Hi guys, so I am trying to get better. I'm still sick, so I'm working on getting better. But in the meantime, and yes, I do have something on. Might look like I'm nudie booty, but I'm not. So let's talk about, and I made this list, okay? I may add some more things to the list. Something that will help you keep your mind in the proper perspective when you're meeting someone is make a list of deal breakers. And if this individual does any of these things, it's instantly out. That's it. This isn't going to work out. Okay. So one of them that I didn't add is they don't respect your boundaries. Okay, that's a big one. They do not respect your boundaries. You said you want to take things slow. They're trying to speed things up. You say you do not want to have physical intimacy. They're overlooking that and trying to get your legs open. That's a sign of a sick, toxic person because they don't give a rat's ass what you want. All they care about is what they want. Those are bad. Okay, boundary busters are selfish individuals, and you don't want anything to do with that. Okay? And narcissists are notorious for busted karate chopping through your boundaries. You don't want to deal with that. Okay? You don't want that. So, and this pertains to the last conversation I had with someone who is another narcissist. And over the years, I have escaped from, in other words, we didn't even go closer, past the first or second conversation. There were at least 4 of them over a span of years that I managed to escape from. We'd never even, went past the first conversation or went past the first meeting. And in some cases, I didn't see them at all in person because I'm not dealing with what you're trying to pull. I'm not doing it. So that's a turnoff. Okay. So I did escape at least 4 people that I could think of off the top of my head that was never going to happen because I don't like what I'm seeing already. Okay. So the last individual that I talked to on the phone, this is how that call went. Okay. It's like your brain will take you into this, I don't know. Like you'll say this to this person and this is not normally how you talk. So it's almost like your brain knows how to screen this person because this isn't a conversation you have every day with people, right? I don't go around asking everybody, do they believe in God? But for some reason, when I was talking to this person, I did. And it's a good thing I did. He doesn't believe in God. And I said, well, how did you get here? How did you get here? His exact words were, are you ready? My parents fucked. I said, how did they get here? And he says with an attitude, I'm not having this discussion because people always try to convince you that it's real. And I said, well, there's been before he said, I'm not having this discussion, I said, well, there's been actual scientific proof of what's in the Bible. He ain't trying to hear all that. Right, because he's a narcissist and he already believes he's God. So why do I need to believe in a guy floating on clouds when I'm him? So that's a deal breaker too. Being sexually suggestive way early in the conversations. This happens a lot. A lot. Okay. Some people claim they're joking. No, they're not. No, they're not. The one who doesn't believe in God showed me pictures of his jacuzzi and said it fits 2 people. Who cares? So you already see where his mind is going. He's trying to go on a page of, we need to bust through the bubble, the protective bubble around your body. We need to bust through all that. And I need to get them drawers. Not going to happen. Smoking. I'm turned off by smoke. I think it's disgusting. I think it stinks to high heaven. I have asthma. I'm not going to be around that. And I'm not going to hold your hand in the future as you die from lung cancer that was self-inflicted. Now, I understand people have habits. I understand. But I understand that you didn't have a habit until you started. You know, when you start, this is a bad road. And you started anyway. So that's the issue. I've got a friend, on the other hand, that every woman he's ever been attracted to is a smoker. So, yeah. To each his own. Rude comments to me or others. You don't tell a woman that you just... Well, no, I had seen this person in, several times prior. But you don't say in a mature conversation, quotation marks, mature conversation, my parents fucked. Anybody, first of all, you shouldn't be cussing. I'm trying to get to know you, and that's not putting your best foot forward. And if people don't know how your parents came about or how you came about, well, that's an issue within itself. Okay? I think everybody knows how people come about. Just rude. Just rude. Talking about people behind their backs. Narcissists do this all the time. Okay? All the time. One that I knew before. Talked about his pastor. Talked about Ralph from his church. Talked about his parents are not good people. Talked about me. Talked about the girl that he went out with twice. She didn't want to be bothered with his psychotic ass, and so he ran around like a little punk and told everybody that she's psychotic, when in reality he's psychotic. And has schizophrenic tendencies as well. He's extremely paranoid that the whole world's after him, and those are schizophrenic tendencies also. So, if every person that this person knows is being talked about behind their back, that's a sign of a toxic person. Okay? Excuse me. That's a sign of a toxic person. You don't want to sign up for that. Because if you jump into lion's den with this individual, you're going to be talked about next. When it ends. You're going to be the next one, in their mouth. So, narcs always talk about everybody behind their back. Even if they're so-called friends with you, they got something negative to say behind your back. They're just really sick. Bragging all the time. People that are braggadocious, that bugs me. That really bugs me. If you're bragging about materialistic things, it means you have nothing else to offer. It means you have no substance. I don't care about your materialistic things. I don't really give a shit. I don't. Talking about how crazy their exes were. All their exes are plumb crazy. None of them are normal. And they attack this person and victimize this person and chase after them and stalked them and won't take no for an answer. And I've heard all of that. In the meantime, he was happy to pull his pants down for her. So, no, we're not doing that either. Forcing intimacy. We talked about that before. Okay? Come lay down with me. They grab your hand to hold your hand. And it wasn't natural. It wasn't organic. It was just something they trying to... Again, I'm trying to punch through that bubble around you. I'm going to bust through that bubble because I need to get inside the bubble so I can get all up inside you. So let's just go ahead and get rid of the pretenses and let's hold hands, let's hug, let's kiss, let's do all kinds of shit that we shouldn't be doing because we don't even freaking know each other. Don't you worry about that. Let's go. Let's get physical right now. Give me your hand. Oh, that's romantic. Saying I love you too early when they don't even know you. Narcissists do that dumb shit. Trying to hug or hold hands when it's not happening naturally. It's not organic. It's awkward when people do that. Oh, I can't handle that. I can't. Cheating. Deal breaker. Cheating, deal breaker. Deal breaker, done. That's it. That's it. You forgive them, they continue to cheat. Any type of addiction, deal breaker. You're not going to help them. You're not going to save them. You're not going to get them into rehab. Let that go. That's it. Let it go. You're signing up for nightmares that you don't want to sign up for. Drugs, alcohol, gambling, or anything else, whatever it is. Sex. Pornography, whatever, you know. Any addiction. Nah. Here's another one. Major red flag. This is just my list. You could add your, make your own list and put on there what your deal breakers are also. Ready? You have a crisis, health or otherwise, and they disconnect from you and leave you to deal with it alone. They leave you to deal with it by yourself. Like, ew, you got something bad going on. You're sick, or you broke your leg, or whatever. Ugh. There's your sign to dump them immediately. Their actions versus their words, major contradictions. They say one thing and do something else. Red flag. Running away from you when you're having a crisis. Red flag. So, and then my final one that I have, and I'm sure I could add more to this, but this is what I have for now. Learn to read body language. Okay? Learn to read body language. Voice inflections. And eye contact or lack thereof. Eye contact or lack thereof. Okay? Because, people are something else. They're something else. And some people have like certain telltale signs that they're lying. Okay. One of them who was a pathological liar, he would raise his eyebrows all the way up to his hairline. No, I'm serious. That's true. That's true. No, really. Really. That's exactly how it went down, and the pushiness of trying to convince you was just too pushy, and it just seemed like it was inauthentic. Like it wasn't really authentic at all. And it's like, yeah, I'm not dealing with it. And, another one to add to the list really is, I would say I'm ballparking it, right? Between the first and the third date, or even how you feel when you talk to them on the phone. If you don't feel warm and fuzzy when you talk to them, you don't feel safe, you almost feel on edge, like you're excited to talk to them, but you're also on edge at the same time. That's your body warning you that this is dangerous territory. Your body knows before you do. So, it's, that something is wrong. Your body can feel it. I've said it time and time again. Your body has a built-in alarm system. So it knows when something's not right. It can feel it. It can sense it. Now, if you ignore that, or you confuse that with having a crush on somebody, that's not a crush. That feels uncomfortable. That's your body's way of saying, we need to jump ship. This isn't good. We need to jump ship. Okay? So, anyway. Have your own list that you want to create. So that's your homework. Create a list of deal breakers. And do not make exceptions because they're tall, or they're good looking, or they have a great job, or, they have a lot of money, or they've got prestige in the community, or they, whatever, blase, Don't ignore red flags. Okay? Don't ignore red flags. So make your list. Check it twice. Find out who's naughty, who's nice. Sorry, I couldn't resist that. But no, create a list. and find out, don't make exceptions. Well, he's tall, he's got green eyes, he has dimples when he smiles. I don't give a damn if he has 25 dimples when he smiles. I don't care. If your body tells you stay the hell away from him, then you stay the hell away from him, okay? Warning, 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 warning. Run for your life. Pay attention to that. That's serious, okay? Don't ignore the red flags. All right? Okay. I think that's all I got for you for now. I've been sick for, I don't know, a couple of days now. And I'm one of those people that I'm never sick. So when I am, it's bad. It's bad. But I'm rarely sick. But, oh my God. Sneezing like 4 times in a row. And it's like, really? Are you serious right now? So, I had to cancel my therapy Wednesday. My physical therapy Wednesday. I had to cancel it because we're in close proximity with each other. And, we do our thing in the gym. And I can't risk her getting sick or anybody else in there getting sick. And you don't want what I got, believe me. So it's just a really horrific cold, is all it is. But it feels like I've been hit by a bus, and then a plane dropped on my head, and then I got hit by a train as an exclamation mark. So, anyway. So yeah, make a list of deal breakers. Don't make exceptions to the list because you may regret that. I'm warning you. You make exceptions. Well, he is 6'4" and fine as hell, so I know I said no smokers, but honey, he is fine. You don't want this. You're not the only one that thinks he's fine. He might be a player. He could be a narcissist. He might be the type that's Mr. Charming until you go to the restaurant, and then he's barking orders at the waitress and being snappish with her. How do you think he's going to treat you? He must be putting his best foot forward, and he's snapping on a waitress. Hello? Red flag! Red flag! Okay? I told you about this guy that went out with this girl. He met her on a dating site, which is the worst place to meet somebody. Most people on there are lying and manipulating, okay? Most of them are liars. And she told him on the 3rd date, I like going out with guys when my boyfriend's out of town. There's your sign. He left her in the restaurant. He said, I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be back. And he skipped out the door. Stuck her with the bill. And she deserves that and a whole bunch more. Now, he did go back to the restaurant because he's a regular there. He did go back the next day and he said, did she pay her bill? Because if she didn't, I will. And they were like, no, she paid it. He said, okay, cool. Like to go out when my boyfriend's out of town. See, people are sharks, man. They're sharks. Be careful. Be careful, right? Make your list of deal breakers. And do not bend the rules for anybody, no matter how charming and convincing they are. All right? Y'all take care. Much love. Bye-bye.